because you have to think. You have to know how to sew and how to make a machine.
Well, usually people pair up.
Nope, one person.
One genius.
You think? That's like the guy who memorized the plans for
The cotton gin?
the printing press.
Oh, the printing press, yeah.
I was thinking about the iron. You know, real life iron.
Have you seen that one that's
Oh,
made
shit.
out of irons?
You got this. You got this.
It's really funny.
It always makes me so
Yeah,
nervous
chicken wants
when
the
you get
song.
to the cut part.
She don't need no lines.
I mean, yeah, it could be a little wobbly. It's just like the real part that's important is right here at the corners. I mean, you don't really want it to be wobbly because the seam allowance is.
So are you sewing that at half an inch, like from the edge of both those?
Not a foot. The pocket welt, I only sewed a quarter of an inch.
And the other one's a half.
The other one's a half.
Okay.
Yeah, so that my stitching
Almost
lines
handed
should be
to
like
me.
a half apart. Okay. Alright, so there we go. We've got our slashes and everything. And turn and press back pocket seam allowance towards waist, pocket down. Press welt seam allowance down. Okay, so push it all to the inside at this point. See, we're getting there.
Whoa.
We're getting there. All right, so turn and press, pocket, so like all that, the top part goes up.
Who invented this kind of pocket? Was like, let me just
And
cut
then-
a hole and then stick stuff through it.
The welt seam allowance, that's what we're talking about here, just that seam allowance part, we're gonna press down, so. The iron. Okay.
Were you here last night? We were talking about people with the last name Butts, and I said it sucked if the name was Seymour.
Press welt wrong sides together, matching notches to form half of an inch welt stand. Okay. This right here, gap that we're gonna fill, just like that one, with our notches, that's why we have them. So, wrong sides together, match them up here. And of course, you know, in the ideal world, the half of an inch that we have for our welt stand is the same as the half of an inch gap we just made, right? That's what we're going for. Where's the other notch?
Do you do like bound buttonholes with like the same process?
Yeah, you can. I mean, there's different methods of doing them, of course, but this whole like Y slash, you know, stitching and then slashing is part of it. Okay. So there I am, kind of folded. Maybe a good picture would be something like that. I don't know. And then what does it tell me to do? Make sure, and see I haven't stitched anything yet. Make sure triangles formed are pulled out in a line with pocket welts. So see, like right now, it's going into my hole, and I need it to go like out, away from the hole. Which is why you don't want them too shallow, because you need to be able to hold on to them and grab them like that. So, like that.
Could you press that at this point and it not be interfering so you can keep those corners out?
Yeah, we could go the iron.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, mean, if, you know, don't burn yourself.
I want one of those little bitty ones.
Yeah. Okay. And then, really, the next thing it says is to serge all edges, catching the sides of the pocket welt, and you want to make sure you catch these little guys too. And we should be good, you know, just get everything serged together. That's, I'm gonna go kind of up like that. We're gonna, so let me stitch it. I'm gonna, before I go serging. So. And I think what needs to be added here is that it needs to be, before you go serge, we need to get it all sort of hanging properly now, okay? So we're gonna stick that into step 7, if I remember. Like, turn it so that it now is in its, you know, proper alignment. So if I do a stitch just before going to the serger, I'm going through all of this stuff to make sure it all stays over on the side. Let's start over here. I want to hold those little triangles over. That'll make me feel better when I go to the serger that everything is over there and will get caught. We're gonna do all kinds of like fun stitching and even some bar tacks on these shorts.
Ooh.
And so part of my decision to make the last thing have that zipper was so that we're not at the last, everybody trying to get buttonhole stuff done on the crochets we have. And I'm in a motorcycle jacket. Okay. So, let's send this around. And of course, what we are hoping for is that you're not seeing any kind of raw edge. I mean, maybe I can sort of get that little thread that wants to sneak out there back away so nobody sees it. There. You know, we don't want to see any like raw edge or anything in there. So you guys can all look at that one. Is this the other one?
We edge stitch.
We will do some bar tacks actually. Where's that one? See, Lindsay, is there like a little bar tack
Yes.
up there?
Yes.
Yeah. And so that, you know, kind of becomes not only sort of securing it, you know, for extra holding it all together, but, you know, we've clipped really close there, so it'll be good to get it a little help insurance with that bar tack. All right, let me get
You
this
don't want to
other
hold
guy.
get
Wait,
things
will you
or
send it back then?
The only thing I want is.
Wasn't that like part of your projects before, you had to like match the patterns?
They had that sleeveless one